students, today we'll be talking about a non-fictional book called Start With Why by Simon Sinek. This book primarily talks about organizations, how organizations can succeed and why do at all organizations succeed. It also gives you a hint about how an individual can succeed in life. And basically, Simon Sinek is an amazing guy who started off well, and somehow he was not happy. Then he started doing some business. Still, he was not happy, and then he wrote this book. And so, this book is pretty interesting that way because it actually makes you question a lot of things. By the end of the book talk, I'll give you a quick quiz, a little quiz that you can do and in practically, and which will give you a lot of insights about yourself. Let's start with the book. This book talks about the how a basic organization can actually succeed. So let's take for an example. Right now, I want to buy a new phone. And because I want to buy a new phone, I keep on looking at the different advertisements that I find about few different phone companies here and there under my budget. Definitely not Apple, but yes. So I do think about and talk about these phones to people around me. And the first thing that people suggest is that buy a phone with this Android and this battery backup and all of that. So what I did was that I researched about the different types of phone available in the market. And around same time, I read this book. Now, here's the catch. When I was reading this book, and simultaneously I was also searching up for a good mobile phone out there, I came across this statement in the book where the author has basically said that all of the companies, all of the products out there, they are basically selling you the same goods, the same things. So, what is it actually that is making the difference? So, and then he compares that, let's say, if price is making the difference, then for how long can one organization, can one product be dependent upon the price value of it? So let's say if we have Big Billion Days sale every year. Now here is the catch. If let's say even if the sale was for four times a year on quarterly basis, then too it wouldn't have been this popular. It is popular because we all wait for that one particular day where we can find our wish list products and find कि कितना ही discount हमें मिल सकता है इसमें. So this is the whole idea that you cannot keep on customers telling that we will give you in the low price, and you cannot be expecting them to to be hooked to your products. So what is it all that makes the difference? So in understanding this idea, he inculcated this idea called the golden circle. In this golden circle, he has actually told that everything that we do in life, all our goals, our individual goals, and if you are an organization, then the organizational goals are divided into three parts. The first one being what, the second one being why, how, and the third one being why. So, what, how, and why? This golden circle, ideally, what we do is that we start with what, and then maybe we reach up to how, but our why is not clear. So, because this video is meant only for not just for CLAT aspirants, but majorly for our students. So, I would suggest I would take you as an example. So, let's say you are a student here. You might know what to do if you only have understood what you need to do and um, your reason behind attempting CLAT, behind writing CLAT is what, then the answer will be because I'm very poor in mathematics, I will take up CLAT. Because my English is good, I'll take up CLAT. If your reason is how, that means you have known somebody out there that who has been successful in writing the examination and going to the amazing college. So let's say your how will include that this particular colleague of this particular senior from your school or maybe your family has told you that these are the books, this is the method, this is the strategy, and it can be easily done by following these steps. And you rushed into joining an institution and writing CLAT, and you decided to write the CLAT by the end of the year. So that is how. But why is the core reason? Why do you want to do it? So your why will have greater answers in life. It will, if let's say you really want to do for something for certain section of society, or if you really want to make a change in world, these days cyberbullying is a thing. And let's say if you really want to make some make it easy for people out there to complain, or make it easier for people to approach you. So if you have plans like that, then your why is very clear. Why do you want to write CLAT? You want to write CLAT because you want to pursue law, which will help you to help people who are being cyberbullied, or which will help you to do some pro bono work, or maybe it will help you to get into the system, the law, the system, the administrative system of the society and the country. So your why should be very strong. This is what the golden circle talks about. So let's say he has also given this beautiful example between the passage. It started this way that people who has used an Apple phone was once, they do not switch to anything else. They will keep on buying those phones from the same brand, so and so, again and again and again and again. And this is actually, by the way, true. All those rich people that I know around me, and maybe people who like using Apple phones, they have once bought it, and I don't see them going back to the normal phones. Maybe it is because they trust the quality that they sell. So, the company, the organization, they realized that long before that people will buy the why of them. And that's why when they started selling their phones, they had this motto, and their way of advertisement was that they are selling this phone because they are making something different. They are doing something extra. They are putting an extra effort into the comfort. For example, when they started out, they said that they will be making this portable device instead of computers, and everyone can afford it. So their mission was very clear, that something that everyone can afford in spite of the limitation of the size. So I hope I have told you the golden circle perfectly. Next is, yes, this was the most interesting part of the book, I must say, and this is actually in the first 35% of the book itself, where the author makes a comparison between the strategy of Wright brothers and Langley. Wright brothers on this side, as you can see, Wright brothers were the first people to discover aeroplane, and they made it and they flew. Langley was a different man. I, as a person, I had no idea that this another great man also existed. Now, let's understand what is the relationship between these two. So Langley and Wright brothers, both of them at the same time were trying to build an aeroplane. Langley was the man who had this dream opportunity. He had that kind of investment back then. He had support from the government. And because he had so much of funding, he actually appointed the best of the workers, the best of the technicians, and everyone to build that aircraft. On the other hand, Wright brothers had lack of money. They also lacked opportunities like that. They also lacked an entire system like that. But in spite of all these things, when Wright brothers succeeded to fly the aeroplane, Langley, on the other hand, and his team, they stopped working on it. So after this, we understand that basically the motto of Wright brothers was to find a way to fly. And the motto of Langley was to earn money by his idea. And so the people who were associated with Wright brothers, they also wanted to work very hard because they wanted to invest themselves into the motto of Wright brothers, that they want to build something which can help people to fly. But on the same hand, on the other hand, Langley, his motto was only to become famous and to become rich. And that's why the people associated with him only believed in one thing. So as a leader, it is very important that you understand what are you selling, like what is your motto. If you are leading a company, if you're leading an organization, or maybe even if you're thinking about a startup right now, so this is where the book changed for me. Like the course of the book changed for me because he made it so clear that these two guys they could succeed because they had this motivation and their drive was not not only to earn money, it was more than that. And here, this man, he had everything and still he lost. Once he lost, he had enough fun to go on about it all over again, and still he chose not to. This clearly shows how there was a difference in their aim. The next is why, how, and what. Okay, he also talks about why, how, and what. All these three things are connected to the limbic part of our brain, and how and what is connected to the one part of this is a little technical part. I wouldn't go much deep into this because it basically only tells you that there is one section, one particular section of the brain that talks about why and how, and there is one section of the brain that will only tell you about what of it. So basically, this is the technical area, and this is explained in the book really well, but I don't think that is needed here. The next part of the slide is so, yes, apart from all of this, now let's talk about the quiz that I'm going to talk about. So Simon Sinek, in one of his interview, has suggested this quiz in which he tells you that if you want to search for why, how do you do it? So how can you actually search about this why? So I will tell you to start with picking up, finding your one good friend, one best friend, and he has especially warned that you cannot be choosing your lover, your partner, or your mother, sister, brother, someone from your family member, or your spouse, because that relationship is way too close. So you have to choose your best friend, like good best friend. Someone you can call at 3 a.m. in the night, and you will also receive if this other person calls. Once you have decided on your person that, okay, this is my best friend and I'm going to call her, you actually meet them and then meet this person, and you only have to ask this one question to them: why are you my best friend? You only have to do this, that you have to ask, why are you my best friend? So they will start with the obvious ones, that because you are a very humble person, because you are very generous. So tell them that no, no, this is not true. Tell me something else. Keep this thing on, keep them pushing towards the end. So stage two is when they start saying that because we have been friends since we were in our school days and since we went to our college together, that is the reason. So push them even harder that no, this is not true. Tell me more. Once you have crossed these two, three stages, after one point, your friend will start saying that I am your best friend because I feel very comfortable with you. Because I feel great when I'm sitting with you inside a room and I do not even have to say a word and you will understand everything. I feel great being your best friend because you give me the strength that I want in life. Once your friend starts telling you about their reasons and they have reached at this point, then you have the answer for your why. Like, what is the reason that you are his best friend? That is the answer of your why being a best friend. So, this was just a quick tip and quiz that you can do with your friends. And I hope this helps you. Also, wishing you a very happy Diwali. Thank you and have a nice day.